Hi guys, how are you all doing? Up all of you doing well and all of you are safe with your families at home. Well, this here is the Mahindra XUV300 and this particular version is the automatic AMT version with the petrol engine. It's of course been upgraded with some features as well in the AMT, and of course you get it in W6 as well as W8, and you can now get a sunroof as well with this version. So a lot of new changes on this car. And if you want to know more about the interior, the styling, the space on offer, we've already driven this car a few times. You can check the link in the description box below. You can check in our playlist, in the Autoportal playlist. You can check out over there and you'll find the full analysis of the car in terms of interior. So today we're not going to talk about the interior quality and stuff like that. Today we'll just focus on the driving bits. We'll keep this video short, drive it around for you, and then tell you whether you should consider buying this car if you're in the market for a compact SUV and you want a particular petrol automatic. So we'll tell that to you. But before all that, let's do a quick walk around video. Let's play some music for you and do a walk around, and after that we'll jump into the Mahindra XUV300 automatic and drive it for you. Let's get started with this video. Well, Budmo, as you might be aware by now, is the online expert in terms of spare parts. If you want a spare part for your vehicle, they have it in their list. They have the most extensive spare parts catalog, right from the most affordable small car to the top of the line luxury car, you name the car, and they have the spare parts for it. And the best point is that they have the spare parts from a host of different component makers and different price segments for the same spare part. So if you want to buy a cheaper part from a different maker or a more expensive part from a different component maker, they have the option for you. So budmo.com is the name of the website. You can check them out on your iOS as well as Android devices as well. Well, so here I am driving the new Mahindra XUV300 AMT. Now this car, remember, comes with a 6-speed AMT gearbox, and it also gets a 1.2 turbocharged petrol, which makes 110 bhp. Now this is of course turbocharged, which means that you have to wait for the turbo to spool up to 2000 rpm before you get the best of power. Before that, it feels very lazy to throttle inputs, and that coupled with this AMT gearbox means that you have to change your driving style a bit, because before that even the AMT gearbox is quite lazy, and the AMT gearbox in general is a lazy gearbox. No matter which manufacturer gives it to you, all the AMTs are a little lazy to respond. So that's something which you will have to keep in mind and change your driving style a bit, because below 2000 rpm it feels lazy and hesitant, and just after you go to 2000 rpm it just spikes in power, and all the way up to its red line of 5500 rpm the power delivery is quite good. But of course the AMT gearbox is a bit lurchy. It does lurch around a bit, because once you shift gears here, even manually, it does take a second or two for the actual gears to change over there. Let me just show it to you once by changing it to manual mode and pull up a gear like this, and there you saw it. It takes exactly a second, maybe, or a second and a half for the actual gears to change. So that's something that you have to get used to, and you have to change your driving style a bit. It's not completely instantaneous, and it's not completely slick, and without its shifts that you can't feel. You can feel the shifts happening. You can feel that jhatka effect inside the car, those lurches, but you have to get used to it. On the plus side, before you say that I'm being too negative, on the plus side, the engine is very refined, and it is a rev happy engine, and it's an engine which I think enjoys being pushed to its red line. So in that sense, it's a good car, because you can drive it on the highway. The steering wheel feedback is quite good as well. It's not the best steering wheel in the business, because there are other rivals like the Ecosport, the Sonet, and even the Nexon, which offer you better directness, better communication with the tires. But you can use the modes here for the steering and choose from the comfort sport setting as well, which means that in sport setting it becomes very heavy. In comfort setting also it becomes lighter, and the normal setting where it is light as well. So you can choose those settings, but again, it doesn't feel as direct or as fun to drive as maybe an EcoSport or a Sonet does. The ride comfort is quite good though, and it is at par with its other rivals, and it's only the sharpest of sharp crevices which might trouble the XUV300, but other than that, it is quite a decent car in terms of ride comfort, and refinement, as I just said, is quite good, and the overall insulation from the outside also is very good. So it is a good car for long distance journeys. Even for city travel, it is quite okay once you get used to driving around the gearbox and its nature, and of course the turbocharged engine and its nature as well. Once you get used to that, I think it should be quite an okay car. So if you're in the market to buy a XUV300, you just want to buy an XUV300, then I would recommend that you forget manual and buy this one. It also gets time assist, and it also gets a creep feature. So those things are there, which definitely give it an advantage over the manual version. And it is a hassle-free car to drive. And the petrol engine is quite good in terms of refinement. Overall, in driving bits, I think it deserves a decent score of 88 out of 100. Could have been better, could have been a slightly improved product, but I think it is at par with most of its other AMT rivals out there in terms of technology as well as refinement, and it's a decent package. And I should think you should keep it in your shortlist and consider this car if you're in the market for an automatic car in the SUV compact segment. Well, so overall, if you're in the market for a compact SUV which comes with a petrol engine and an automatic gearbox, there might be some other cars which offer you more variance in terms of the features, and overall the pricing might be a little more flexible. But the big strength of the XUV is the backseat experience. The XUV300 is the car which offers you the best backseat in terms of comfort, in terms of space, and in terms of general ambience also. And if you are someone who will be using the backseat a lot, or your family will be sitting in the backseat a lot, then definitely this is a car which you should keep in your short list and not completely ignore it. It's bye for now, and thanks for watching.